Welcome back this morning. All morning we have been telling you about the Democratic presidential debate last night and how Bernie Sanders is coming to town this evening. And joining me now to talk more about that visit is Kelvin Datcher. He is the state director for Bernie Sanders' campaign. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
A late night last night for your camp.
Late night, early morning, but we're excited.
You guys are moving ahead full steam, and coming off of last night's debate, this will be the senator's first visit here to Alabama. What are you guys looking forward to as far as reception?
We're excited, man. We've received thousands of inquiries, questions, calls, emails. They're still pouring in this morning. People are excited because of his message of economic opportunity and fairness, and some of the things that he's talked about for the last 50 years. So if you knew Bernie 30 years ago, you know Bernie now.
Last night, I know one of the questions that was posed to Senator Sanders was just sort of getting his message out and resonating with minority voters. He's coming to Birmingham, largest city in the state, is hoping to take that message to it. How do you think that message is going to resonate here? I
think it's going to be great. I mean, he's here on Martin Luther King Day, which is important, and just in that symbolism, but more important than the symbolism is the substance. The evolution of Dr. King's message to the Poor People's Campaign, when he talked about economic fairness, jobs, and so when Senator Sanders talks about a $15 minimum wage and universal health care, college tuition free for people, I mean, that's just the opportunity for folks to take charge of their own lives and kind of a sense of self-determination, and that's what our campaign's all about.
I know that there are many organizations in town here in Birmingham that are sort of beginning a 100 Days of Nonviolence. I know that Senator Sanders talks about criminal justice reform. How do you think that message is going to be received here, especially since that sort of tension between the police and a community is sometimes on a razor's edge?
Sure, but I mean, one of the things he talks about is making sure that, a couple of things. One is that a police department looks like the community that it serves, and that it's connected to the community that it serves. So it's not just about going in and arresting folks, but developing meaningful relationships inside the community. In Birmingham, we're fortunate. We got Chief Roper, who is one of the great police chiefs in this country. And so hopefully his model of what he does, people can see that, and maybe we can get Senator Sanders to highlight what Chief Roper does. Alabama,
pretty conservative state for the GOP here. How are you guys being received? How is that message when you take Bernie Sanders, when you go knocking on doors? How do people sort of come at you when you say, oh, I'm with Bernie Sanders' campaign?
Yeah, so at the beginning, a lot of it was Bernie who, right? So, and we acknowledge that as a senator from Vermont. A lot of people in Alabama may not be familiar with him, but it's not about kind of who he is and where he's from as much as what are his values? What does he believe in? And those things, I believe, resonate with Alabamians, and they're beginning to resonate all over the country. You see the momentum we have, and we're winning in New Hampshire, we're tied or up in Iowa, and so Bernie fever is beginning to catch fire in this country.
There you have it, Bernie fever coming to Birmingham, Alabama tonight. You can go see the senator speak if you want. You do need to RSVP, though. We have all that information over at WIAT.com.